Welcome back guys to this inspired cooking channel, and today I'm inspired by the Japanese baking method. TangZhong bread, also known as Hokkaido milk bread or Shokupan, is a type of bread that originated in Japan. The exact origins probably could have been 1800, but we are not sure about that. The technique of making TangZhong bread involves the use of a roux called TangZhong, which is made by cooking flour and water or milk into a thick paste. This roux is then added to the bread dough, resulting in a soft, fluffy, and moist texture. Although the origins of TangZhong are not well documented, it gained popularity in Japan in the 1980s. The technique was introduced by a Chinese cookbook author named Yvonne Shen in her book 65 centigrade Bread Doctor. The book described the TangZhong method as a way to make soft and fluffy bread. However, the term, which loosely translates as hot water roux, refers to a pudding-like mixture made by cooking a small amount of flour in water until the two form a gel. Now, mixing the gel into the rest of the dough ingredients like flour, water, milk, and of course yeast enables the baker to add a high proportion of water without making the bread dough unworkably soft and sticky, because some of the water is obviously locked away in the gel. So when the baked good hits the oven, the abundance of water in the dough, of course, turns to steam and inflates the dough, making it very light and soft. The gel also extends the shell life of baked goods, so they remain moist for days. So once you make this bread, you can use it for over a week without the bread going bad. I love making this bread because the proofing time, I feel, is always cut down by half because of the gel, and the bread proofs in 45 minutes instead of 90 minutes. And the second proofing for this bread, after I rolled it to 3 little small buns and put it in the same baking loaf, it was maximum 15 to 20 minutes. Traditional bread takes over 400 to 450 degrees Fahrenheit to bake. This bread, because of the addition of milk and eggs in it, it requires less than 400 degrees. I baked it at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and it took me about 35 minutes for it to be baked on, and it stays fresh outside the fridge for at least a week. The reason for this might be the gelatinized starch that is prone to break down by amylases. Baked TangZhong breads actually contain the sugars that delay the staling. So it is a technique that can enhance the texture and shell life of any bread. And I think you can use it in cakes too, but I haven't tried it yet. And I love this bread because it is so quickly done. And how do you serve it? You serve it with anything, actually. Goes with meats, veggies, and even for dipping with olive oil and a little bit of peppers. If you're watching your weight, this might not be the bread for you because of the addition of egg and milk. The calorie content is really very high. But this might be the softest bread you'll ever make this season. And the recipe is in the description box. So once you try it, please let me know how it turned out. And I'll see you all in my next video.